Thank you for visiting the Combs Waterkotte website and our Tax Evasion Defense Lawyer in Missouri website page. Regardless of the crime, we believe everyone is entitled to the best possible legal defense in the state of Missouri. We have created this audio version of our website page to help you better understand our services and protect your future, freedom, and reputation. If you have been charged with tax evasion in the state of Missouri, we can help. Don't face the state and court system alone during your tax evasion charge. Contact one of our Missouri tax evasion defense lawyers today at 314-900-HELP to protect your rights and future. Combs Waterkotte is committed to handling all tax evasion cases with confidential care and understanding. We are not here to judge you. We believe that everyone in Missouri, regardless of the crime they have been charged with, deserves an aggressive legal defense and to have their legal rights protected. With that being said, let's discuss hiring our tax evasion defense lawyers in Missouri and setting up a free consultation with our attorneys. Tax evasion defense lawyers in Missouri. If you're under investigation or have been charged with tax evasion in Missouri, you need a defense team that understands both the law and the complexity of tax reporting. At Combs Waterkotte, our white-collar defense attorneys know how the IRS and Missouri Department of Revenue build their cases, and, more importantly, how to dismantle them. We provide aggressive representation and personalized guidance to protect your reputation, career, and freedom. Tax evasion lawyer in Missouri. Taxpayers have the right to pay the minimum taxes required. However, the state and federal governments can charge you with tax evasion if you pay less than that. Combs Waterkotte helps those facing charges of criminal tax evasion. We have over 50 years of combined experience protecting the rights of the accused and advocating for their interests. Charged with tax evasion in Missouri? Call 314-900-HELP or reach out online right away to schedule a free, confidential consultation with our skilled defense team. Understanding the difference between tax evasion and avoidance in Missouri. The difference between tax avoidance and tax evasion is often misunderstood, but it's a key distinction that could mean the difference between a legitimate tax strategy and criminal charges. Tax avoidance involves the legal use of deductions and planning tools to minimize taxes owed. Common examples include contributing to retirement accounts, taking lawful deductions and credits, using tax-advantaged investment accounts. Tax evasion, on the other hand, is a crime. The IRS and Missouri Department of Revenue rely on taxpayers to voluntarily and truthfully report their income. When someone willfully misrepresents income, underreports earnings, or claims false deductions, they may be prosecuted for evasion. Unfortunately, the line between avoidance and evasion can sometimes be blurry. A good faith mistake can trigger an investigation, and in more serious cases, a criminal indictment. Missouri and federal tax evasion laws. Missouri law penalizes anyone who willfully attempts to evade income tax. These statutes appear in the Revenue Code and include penalties for false statements, failure to file, and failure to pay. At the federal level, the Internal Revenue Code includes similar provisions. In both systems, the key factor is intent. Prosecutors must prove you acted knowingly and voluntarily to avoid tax liability. Criminal statutes may apply even when a taxpayer uses a paid preparer. If you sign a return with false information or knowingly allow a preparer to use questionable strategies, you could be held liable. Common types of tax evasion charges in Missouri. Some of the types of charges our tax evasion lawyers often see include failure to file a return. Missouri and federal law require you to file annual returns. Willful failure to do so can result in criminal penalties. Failure to pay tax. This charge applies when someone collects income, knows they owe taxes, and makes a deliberate decision not to pay. False statements. Filing a tax return with knowingly false income, deduction, or credit information may result in felony charges. Possible defenses to tax evasion in Missouri. The defenses your attorney raises against your tax evasion charges are critically important to preserving your freedom. Criminal tax evasion can result in a lengthy prison sentence and seizure of your assets. Conversely, you can resolve non-criminal tax disputes by paying the taxes due, penalties, and interest without facing jail time. A couple examples of possible defenses are lack of willful intent. Both federal and state law require proof that you acted willfully. Honest mistakes, software errors, or incorrect records may support a defense that the alleged conduct was not intentional. Good faith reliance. Relying in good faith on a tax professional or financial advisor may defeat the government's claim of intentional wrongdoing. How a Combs Waterkotte tax evasion lawyer can help in Missouri. Being accused of tax evasion is not only financially devastating, it can threaten your freedom and future. At Combs Waterkotte, our team of experienced white-collar defense attorneys approaches every tax evasion case with urgency and precision. We begin by conducting a detailed review of your tax and other financial records, working with forensic accountants and tax experts to uncover errors, gaps, or inconsistencies that may help your case. How you can face tax evasion charges in Missouri. Underreporting income to the IRS is a common form of tax evasion. Claiming false deductions or credits can trigger criminal tax charges. Intentionally failing to file a required tax return may be considered evasion. Hiding money in offshore accounts without disclosure breaks federal law. Paying employees under the table to avoid payroll taxes is illegal. Using fake documents or business expenses can lead to fraud accusations. Structuring bank deposits to avoid reporting thresholds may violate tax laws. Falsifying records to reduce taxable income is a serious criminal offense. Why choose Combs Waterkotte for your tax evasion case in Missouri? With over 10,000 criminal cases successfully handled in Missouri, we understand what's at stake. Our team has the courtroom experience, investigative tools, and financial litigation background to handle high-level tax investigations, federal indictments, and pre-indictment negotiations. Our approach to defending your tax evasion case in Missouri. We begin by thoroughly reviewing your tax filings, correspondence, and financial documents. If a mistake occurred, we gather proof of lack of intent. If prosecutors move forward, we build a trial-ready defense that includes expert accounting witnesses, IRS audit analysis, and direct confrontation of flawed prosecution assumptions. Speak to a tax evasion lawyer in Missouri today. If you're under investigation or facing tax fraud allegations, time is not on your side. Call Combs Waterkotte at 314-900-HELP or reach out online to schedule a free consultation and protect your future.